Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I was gonna do a vlog, but I think I'm just gonna do like a sit down chat with you guys about some products and some books and media and stuff like that. I guess kind of like a favorite / reading update kind of thing. So let's see, where do we start? I'll start with my products because that's a shorter segment. I have two products here today. I bought these both recently, so I'll start with my deodorant. I got the Cyclar Sacred Santal. I was using the Salt & Stone Santal. I don't remember what it's called, but maybe Bergamot and Santal? Anyways, that ran out. I still have the bottle just in case. I can like scratch some of it out and use it for emergencies. I always do that. Like when I run out of deodorant, I don't throw it away. I keep it, and I have like a bunch of deodorants that are like the tiniest amount left just in case. I'm always so scared I'm gonna run out of deodorant and I have nothing. I am somebody who has the capacity to smell really bad. So I have to keep everything, I have to be careful about these things. So the Salt & Stone I really liked. I would have repurchased, but towards the end of the container or whatever, towards the end of the tube, whatever you call deodorant, I just noticed that it was not working as well. It was not as long lasting. And for like the first few weeks of using it, I did not smell bad one single time. Like I would check myself. I did not smell. I smelled good. Like, or at least not bad. Okay, I don't need my deodorant to make me smell good. I just need it to make me not smell bad. And towards the end of it, I just felt like it was not as reliable as I thought it was. So I tried this. I bought this. I really like the formula of this. It's like a roller ball. It's liquid. It smells good. I think the other one smells better, but I don't know. The first day I used this, I had high hopes. I really put it to the test because I did laundry that day and it was hot out and I was sweating a lot. And by the end of the day, it kind of worked and kind of didn't. Now, that's not a normal day for me. I'm not normally like sweating all day, but especially at work, I can get really sweaty and like BO does happen. So we'll see how this works on like a normal work day for me. Jury's still out, but I do really like the application better than the Salt & Stone one. That one was just very gritty. I didn't mind it if it was like fully working, but when it got to the point where it wasn't working as well, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna repurchase this, so I didn't. This one, we'll see. I'm obviously gonna use it, but if I don't love it by the end, I'll probably just go back to like normal deodorant. I don't know. Okay, then I'm so excited for this. I got the Noir 29 by Le Labo. I'm obsessed with this. It smells so good. It's so long lasting. I think it was really worth every penny. It was about $230 or something like that, which is pricey, but it was between this and the Matcha 29. My issue, I love the smell of the Matcha 29. It's like delectable, but it's not very long lasting. And this one is. I don't know why some of their formulas last longer than others. I just know that this one lasts way longer. It's more potent. Like you don't need to spray yourself a million times, which is good because I'm trying to not use this quickly. Like I'm very conservative with my expensive perfumes because I invested a lot of money in them and I don't want to use them too quickly, I smelled this at the mall the other day. I had like a 5-hour break between shifts, so I went to the Beverly Center, and I was actually looking at Bloomingdale's for the Bulgari scent that I'm obsessed with, and they didn't have it. So I was just like smelling different perfumes. I smelled this. I had like a little tester in my purse, and I kept smelling it. Like, I would smell it even when I was away from my purse. It was like the scent like got trapped in my nose or something. So I just kept thinking about it, and then I was like, you know what? I think that this could be a good investment. And I'm glad that I went with my intuition on that, because I'm really, really enjoying this one. Okay, let's move on to books and stuff. The other day I got a Beverly Hills Library card, which is really gonna step my game up in terms of library activity. I work close to the library in Beverly Hills, so I kind of walk over there, or I started to walk over there before work, because if you know me, I get to work really early, so I have a lot of time. None of these books are from the Beverly Hills Library. I had one, and I was kind of enjoying it, but there were pages ripped out of the book, and so I was like, I can't read a book with missing pages. Like, that's a lot of context I'm missing. So I gave up on that book. So these are some books from the normal Los Feliz library that I go to. Let's see. Well, one is a movie. I rented Say Anything. I've never seen this movie. It was really enjoyable. I love early Cameron Crowe. I've never really been a huge fan of John Cusack, but he was really good in this movie. Like, there were just these subtle moments where he was in the car with the girl, Ione Skye, and his face was just doing these little things that, I don't know, like, made me kind of fall in love with him. So I was really into this. Now I want to rewatch High Fidelity, the movie High Fidelity with John Cusack. So yeah, I really like this movie. And then books. I finished Small Craft Warnings by Kate Braverman. This is my third Kate Braverman, second of the year, because I just read her other book. What was it called? Transmissions to and from Los Angeles. This is a similar book, kind of like almost poetry, but it's prose. This one was a little bit more structured into like actual stories, featuring different characters and stuff like that. I like this book. I like her writing because it is so like poetic, and the prose is so strong and captivating and really beautiful. But right now I'm looking to read more like straight up novels. I did finish it. It's a short book, and I had a good time. So that was a good one. This one I'm really into. This is 2 by 2 by Eve Babbitt. I'm a little bit like, she's a little hit or miss for me. I think I like her short stories more than her novels. And this is a short story collection about dancing in Los Angeles, and I don't really know anything about dance. I'm not a dancer. I'm like the worst dancer ever. But I am having so much fun with this, way more than I expected. It is just like dessert to me. I started it last night, and it was to the point where I was like falling asleep, but I wanted to keep reading it, which is such a good feeling. And I haven't had that for a while, so I'm surprised at how much of a good time I'm having with this book. I think I just love her explorations of LA and how connected she is to seemingly like everything about LA and all these little subcultures that you don't really think about. And I really admire her perspective on things. So that's why I really like her nonfiction and her short stories more than her novels. So I'm about halfway done with that book, or maybe like a quarter. This is a book I DNF'd. This is Summer of Hate by Chris Kraus. She's another author that I'm very hit or miss with. And I think, again, I prefer her nonfiction to her novels. I am just not connecting with this. I think there's two characters that it follows back and forth, Kat and Paul, which ironically, the last novel I read from her, two of the main characters were named Kat and Paul, which is kind of weird. She's someone who references her own books a lot, and her own life a lot. Like, I think a lot of her stuff is like autofiction. But yeah, this one's just not connecting to me. It started out strong for me, but as soon as it moved to another character's perspective, I was kind of out of it. So yeah, unfortunately, I am DNFing Summer of Hate. Okay, last book. This is not a library book. This is a purchase I made at Stories the other day. I was dropping off some new zines, and I saw this. It is a secondhand book, so it was only $9. And I just started it. Oh, I didn't even say what it is. A Visit from the Goon Squad by Jennifer Egan. I've heard of this book. I actually think it's in my library, like, reading list. But I just saw it and it was $9. So looked interesting and I picked it up. And I'm only a few pages in, but I'm already like really excited. And this is such like a little thing, but I love the classic font. A lot of these books I read try to be special and use like Helvetica or different fonts, and I'm like, there's something really enjoyable about dipping into a novel and it's this font. I don't even know, is it like Times New Roman? I don't know what the font is, but there's something that makes me like, it's just more inviting. It feels like, I can't really put my finger on it, but I feel like we all have that. Like, you look at the format of the page, like the margins or the font size, and you're just like, this is enjoyable to me. Like, I prefer this. You know how some people are like, I don't like beveled edges. I don't like them either, but that doesn't really bother me. I am really sensitive to the way that a book is like formatted, and I'm excited to read this. Like, I feel like my eyes want this, you know? Okay. I can't really go into that book though, because I haven't really started it so far. She's like a kleptomaniac. And I think she's gonna work for like a record executive, but I haven't got to that point. But I'm excited to dip into like another novel and just escape from the world. And yeah, that's all I have to say for right now. I got this GQ hat in the mail for being a subscriber to GQ. I got the last issue, I think last week, and there was a really interesting article about one of the editors of GQ, or one of the writers, contributors, whatever. He is on Ozempic, and he wrote this thing about his style and how Ozempic is like affecting him in different ways. And I thought it was really interesting. I've never heard that conversation around like clothing in regards to like GLP-1s. And I like really related to this guy. I don't know, like something about, he grew up without money, and so he kind of had to find his own way of like expressing himself through fashion, and it wasn't like the status quo because he couldn't afford to fit in. And then it got to a point where the things that he was dressing in, because they were like things from the thrift store, became the popular thing. Like in the 90s when grunge happened, he was already wearing like flannels and like ripped jeans and stuff like that. And then he kind of like became popular, or like started to fit in, because the culture moved, and like it happened to move into the direction that he was already put in because he didn't have a choice. I don't know, I related to that a little bit because I was such a loser in elementary school, and then all of a sudden fashion changed and things changed, and it moved into the direction I was already in myself, and then it like made me fit in all of a sudden, and it was like very strange to go into middle school and like I wasn't a loser anymore, and nothing had really changed about me, but like the world had changed. I don't know, I related to that. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. It's Monday and excited for a new week. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.